the product, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
That's
I
the
understand
context
exactly
that
what you're
I'm using.
saying. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. So with that in that with that same thing, would you say that when your food prepared, you know what I'm saying, it's fresh out the stove, that shit old? If that's what we using, you know. But we let's go on. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna call y'all season. If you like see, my name is season. I'm gonna call you season.
I'm just
I'm
saying food,
seasoning.
and then
I ain't
people.
seasoned yet. I'm seasoning. You know what I'm saying?
Seasoning.
I'm
Okay,
seasoning. I'm seasoning.
Lowry's heavy,
Mm-hmm.
heavy.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. As long as there's some Lowry's
Come on.
involved,
Come
I'm
on,
with it.
sister. Come on. Hi, handsome. Let's
No worries. You ain't, but I was saying about the seasoned woman. She texts me every single day, like happy, like
come on.
those GIFs. She
Hmm.
texts me every single day a happy Tuesday, a happy Wednesday, all throughout the week, like every single day. She did not miss.
So that's your dog.
Oh, she like adopted me, I guess.
Hey, yo, old people is the best.
They
I
are.
really like old people
They are. I
and
love this.
babies.
Babies.
None of their wisdom.
Yeah.
Hearing their stories and things. She's cool though. She's cool.
Even the mean ones, yo. Even the mean old people, I like them still too. And I be nice to them, and they be mad as hell when you be nice to them.
They just be funny. They be funny. I had a mean old guy running. I ran into him last week at the store. I vaped inside the store. The owners typically do not mind, whatever inside the store, but his
Yeah.
customer, he was pissed. He was livid, and I was not paying him no attention. I'm in my phone waiting for him to play all his numbers, and he goes off like he going off, and I hear him, but I didn't think he was talking to me. I thought he was talking to somebody else. And I look up, and he like, yeah, that's disrespectful. You don't see it. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, my apologies, and I stopped, and I went send it back to my phone, and he went still carrying on, upset and mad, and I'm like, sir, I heard you. I'm not, I heard you. I got you. But
You should
yeah,
have
he was
said,
mean. He
okay
was
now,
mean with me.
take it easy. Take it easy,
I'm like,
old
I heard
man.
you. I got you. I stopped. As soon as you said something, I apologized and stopped. But he was going. He was mad that day.
Bless
He
his
was
heart.
mad. Y'all ready to dive in?
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's get
Let's
it.
get it.
Word.
All right, y'all. So, welcome to Four Corners Podcast. I am Jay, Coach Jay the GOAT. My corner is Texas. I'm from Detroit, and my platform is all things beauty and wellness inside and out. And I'm going to pass the mic to the left.
Okay. I'm Mac, Daddy Mac on here. Um, my corner is Colorado. I'm from New Jersey or Texas or both. Um, Basically, what I speak about perspective, understanding, and learning perspective rather than judging. And I'm gonna pass it down.
Hi, I'm Yetta. My corner is New York City. Um, and I am all things Black excellence, Black healing, Black community. I love my people.
Love you back.
Right.
I'm G Taylor. I'm in Virginia, and I'm all things knowledge and wisdom.
Period, period, period. So, we did not get into who's doing our house rules today.
Same personnel, always do.
You can do them if you like, and then someone else can introduce the topic. Is that okay?
Okay.
Is that cool?
Gee, I got one device. Y'all know I got a lot to say though. I got some shit to say though. Mhm.
All right. So we're gonna cut into our Four Corners podcast house rules. We start with this every episode just to make sure everyone is on the same page, chat included. Rule number one is respect over agreement. You do not have to agree with someone to treat them with dignity. Rule number two, speak from your experience. Share your truth, not everyone's truth. Rule number three, listen to understand. Listen for meaning, not ammunition. Rule number 4, no personal attacks. Challenge ideas, not people. Rule number 5, allow room for growth. People are allowed to learn, evolve, clarify, and change their perspectives. Rule number 6, intent matters, impact matters too. Both can exist at the same time. Rule number 7, assume humanity first. Before assuming malice, seek understanding. Few more. Rule number 8, one voice at a time. Everyone deserves the opportunity to be heard fully. Rule number 9, curiosity over defensiveness. Ask questions before making conclusions. And rule number 10, last but not least, leave better than you arrived. Our goal is not to win a debate. Our goal is to gain perspective, understanding, and wisdom.
Right.
So who gonna introduce our topic for tonight? Because I put it in. All of us know what the topic is.
Topic for tonight is, what are we addicted to?
No.
No?
Why are we addicted?
Why?
What, why, how, all of it, I guess.
Yeah. Okay,
Addiction.
all that. I read it behind your head. Keep it G.
Addiction.
Why are we addicted?
Why are we addicted? I ain't gonna hold y'all. When it came up the first time, I felt like a whole little knot in my. I'm like, oh wait, addicted. I don't know about this one. But then I sat with it. I was like, all right, you know what? This is just, facing some mirrors, facing some uncomfortable truths about, self, and necessary as well, because it is a reality for all of us in some capacity. So I'm glad we chose to go with this topic, but I was nervous at first.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, we gotta keep it a buck out here. We're talking about addictions. All right.
Mm-hmm.
It's all types of all types.
I was looking at the different things on the bottom, and I was just like, I was looking at to see which areas resonated most with me.
Same. I'm like, okay, we got to talk about it. So we collectively have a wheel that we put all of our topics in. By the way, chat. So this episode, the wheel chose, and yeah, our first question, I guess, on our flow suggested, what is it? Our discussion question. What is our start one? I gotta scroll down to it. What are we using to avoid a feeling?
What are we using
or when you hear the word addiction? There you go. So the opening question is, when you hear the word addiction, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Okay. Well, first I say that when you brought it up, I looked at it and I'm like, all right, well, I want to talk about like having positive addictions, you know what I'm saying? And then I actually looked up what addiction is, and addiction has negative consequences, negative results. So that went out the window. But still, when I hear addiction, the first thing I think about is crack. Crack is the first thing I think about. I think about addiction. I think about crack because that's the most addiction I've seen in my life closest to me. So yeah, that was my first thought. That's the first thing that pops in my mind when I hear addiction. Yeah.
Addiction, so many things. From coming from formerly being employed as a substance abuse counselor, it's layered when I think addiction. Um, I think about their journey as far as like my clients' journeys, former clients' journeys, um, their recovery process, that whole nine. And then I can think about it from the perspective of what I feel like was the categories on there, as far as like overthinking and self doubt, people pleasing. All of those are also addictions. So yeah, anything that can be done in excess, I feel like that's what I think of.
Yeah, when I think about addiction, I usually my mind go to drugs first, but on a more practical level for me, I think about more so bad habits and just things that we do at the expense of ourselves, whether we think it's good or well, I specifically think about the things that we do think is good, because those are the hardest things to give up, right? Like some of the things that are, um, some when it come to drugs and stuff, like it can be more obvious that you're addicted, but you can have other elements in your character that are really like holding you back, or when you get older, you see it in your family. So those are the things I think about.
Hmm. I would say, yeah, drugs for sure is initial thought, and bad habits for sure. Like what you can't stop immediately that negatively impacts you or others. That's what I feel like. Just something that you can, like smoking. That's the first thing to come up to mind to me because I've had past seasons where I couldn't stop smoking black and milds, for example. And it was like a journey, you know, starting, stopping, starting, stopping. That was, where I had a season of really being, addicted to a
Right.
medicine, like patterns, habits. What else? Like just not anything positive, just anything that gives a negative, impact that you can't just stop. That is hard to just control. Like it's not out of your control because at the end of the day, it falls on us, but it's harder to like control and just say no or stop whatever that is, whether it's a habit or a drug or another substance or whatever it is. That's what comes to mind for me when I hear the word addiction. What about y'all, chat? When y'all hear addiction, what is the first thing that comes to mind?
I want y'all to know that y'all asked me what was the motherfucking first thing. I said the first thing, and everybody else gave they top 10. I'm, but
I mean, you can
but
give what you still can
but
add to
but I'm since
it.
I'm back since I'm back, I'm gonna say a bad one for me. I don't know if we'll get into it, but I would, because of past, I know what it is now because of counseling, but through past traumas, I would get addicted to people. I would be addicted to people. Like,
Hmm.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, that's a thing. I think that's a bad thing that people don't even realize.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
What do you mean,
or
like keeping people, like staying around people, or keeping people, like in what
in
capacity do
what
you
way?
think?
Because, okay, if you get comfortable with certain situations, you get comfortable with certain people, even if you know, and it ain't just relationships. Like I got comfortable around a certain crowd of all my peers and people, and we was all doing the same thing, and we was all getting the same results, and it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun why it was there, but at the same time, that end result, that shit ain't so fun. So I had to kick two addictions. I had to kick three: addiction to the lifestyle, addiction to the money, and addiction to just my people. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I mean by my being addicted to people. Like you get
Mm-hmm.
around your friends, you know your friends. Everybody got some friends that's on some bullshit or some shit that you grew out of or don't agree with now.
Hell
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's like, man, I still love you to death, and you still my friend. And I still, if
Right.
you can count on me, but I can't be around. I can't be around what you got going on right now,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that should be hard to do. That's why you got people that be stuck in their hometown and ain't nothing going on, and they make up excuse after excuse after excuse why they can't leave. You know what I'm saying? Or people in relationships, like you can't
Mm-hmm.
tell me you could be in a relationship getting beat up
Yeah.
and you don't leave. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or you in a relationship, like all of it. Just I think that's the biggest addiction. I think that shit is more addicted, more addicting. That and attention are the two biggest addictions. I think
You think so?
worse than drugs.
Mm.
Yeah, worse than drugs.
You think so? Let's fact check.
Word,
That attention seeking is
man.
ooh.
That shit is an addiction. People throw away people done threw away their life for posting some shit on Facebook.
But see, that's
You
the
know what
thing.
I'm
That's
saying?
Yeah.
mm,
And I don't mean like they done posted them doing some crazy shit. Like you might just be a racist nurse. And
mm-hmm.
nowadays black women you can't get that past no black woman with this motherfucking internet. You
No,
shitting
you
me?
can't.
They know everything about you. They they know
Yes,
everything about you.
especially
They done
that.
contacted your job, your everything.
What was the police officer? I know her last
All of them.
the Spanish. It was a Spanish lady. Texas. I don't. She's from Texas. It was just what was her name? I know her last name was Gonzalez. I can't. I'm gonna say that it was a public outrage over a lady named Ashley Gonzalez, and she was a police officer. And just like you said, on her close friends, she started doing all that wop wop wop, all that racial
Mm-hmm.
slurs, nigga this, nigga that,
What?
da 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 da.
You better not.
What?
Better
The
not.
girl lost her job. She lost her
Of
job
course you
off the
did.
police force.
Of
And
course you
Yeah.
then,
did.
because like you said, you cannot we're not having it. I'm not having it. If
Hell
I
no.
even see
Hell
I'm
no.
not having
You
it.
was right
So
on the money, Yetta. Ashley Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, see?
Mm-hmm. Houston.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, she done up. You better stay away from them motherfucking black woman talking crazy with the
All for
internet is a
attention.
thing.
And it's
The internet is a
attention. But
thing
you
now,
brought it
man.
up from the context
Mm-hmm.
of attention. All that
Mm-hmm.
attention, she needed that attention. Now you got it,
And
boo.
you got it.
We gonna give
Yeah,
it
now
to
you
you.
got it. To the detriment of your
Nevin,
life, man.
you was right on the money too, Nevin, as far as the number one, as far as what Google would rank number one or society would rank number one, smartphones, social media, attention,
Mm-hmm. Attention.
See?
Mm-hmm.
number one. Number two, y'all want to take a guess?
What is
Maybe
it,
top
guys?
five.
Opioids.
What
Huh?
is it?
Opioids.
Opioid.
Gotta be opioids.
Anybody else want to guess?
Mhm.
I don't think I do.
Food.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's a big one. That's a big one. That is a big one.
Food. Number three,
Mm.
chat. Feel free to jump in if y'all want to guess on top
Right.
five. That's what we're doing. The top five. Top five
I
said
don't know no more,
addiction
man. You
of
might
our
want to just
time.
read them off.
What?
I don't.
People pleasing, substances. I mean, we
Three,
done mentioned it in our response, our initial response about the word.
three is nicotine.
Mm.
See, and you brought that
Three,
up about the Black and Miles.
smoking. So
And this
four,
vape. And that vape.
alcohol.
And
Four,
this. Damn, I'm
alcohol.
I'm doing all of them. Golly, I'm an addict.
It depends on.
I'm a top 5 addict, man.
Listen,
Damn. Because we definitely
No, no,
on
no, no,
social.
no, no, no.
We on
There
social
are
media.
stages. There are
Right.
stages of
Oh yeah,
addiction. Okay,
I
I don't
ain't say that
gotta start
I
reading
was strung
down
out.
contemplation. You know, I don't need to start going through the stages. Okay,
Yeah,
like
I ain't strung
that's
out.
not
I
you.
ain't strung out. I ain't strung out, but I
So
damn sure.
funny.
Hey yo, you know how you can. Hey yo, I say this to people all the time. Like, okay, well, if I ain't an addict, I ain't okay. I ain't an addict. I just do a whole lot of addict shit. Do a whole lot of addict shit. Damn, nicotine, alcohol. I'm on social media.
Number five. Number five is pornography, sexual, compulsive sexual behaviors. That's
Damn.
number five.
I don't watch pornography, but
It's a
you know,
top. The eight.
sexist.
The eight is shopping. Six, work and productivity. Seven, and gambling is eight. So that's the top eight addictions.
Damn. I do a lot of motherfucking addict shit. I ain't gonna call myself an addict. For you, yeah, I ain't gonna call myself an addict, but I got a whole lot of addict tendencies. I'm cool with it though. Shit.
That is funny. All right. So we've gotten that. We've touched on what addiction is, or have we? Did anybody want to break down I guess, yeah, the
Definition.
definition of what addiction is?
I could paraphrase it from what I read earlier. It said the use of a substance or act overly use a substance or act to a negative result in spite of having a negative result.
Basically.
I have addiction is chronic, complex, psychological and psychological condition characterized by the compulsive use of a substance or engagement in behavior despite experiencing harmful consequences. So, despite it being harmful, you carry on.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
regardless of knowing that shit, not good for you.
Hit the vape,
Never,
man.
I
Run
did
it back.
not wish. Now I can't even hit my.
Yeah, now you don't want to hit the vape. It's okay. You're an addict, man. You got addict tendencies. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
I'm cracking up. So yes, that is the that sums up
Well, yo,
what it
she
is
right
by
hit the vape off the
definition.
screen. She right hit the vape off the screen like this. Here. Yeah, oh, that's funny.
Oh man, so we've already answered some of the other follow-ups in regards. Is addiction always about a substance? Can people become addicted to feelings? Can someone be addicted to chaos? We're just gonna start with
Yes,
this one. Yeah.
yes to all of them. Yes to all of them because all of those things and people and events and feelings, all of that can have negative outcomes. And it ain't really even about, to me, it ain't even about with any of those things. It's not really about like the chances or the odds of it having a negative outcome. It's more so when it's already had the negative outcome and you continue to, you know what I'm saying? You continue to do it. That's what I would think. So yeah, you can be addicted to all of those things.
Yeah.
So many things. You can be addicted to so many things, but outside of what I thought, you can't be addicted to positive things.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the questions too. Do y'all think people can become addicted to success?
Yes. Yes.
Only if said success is affecting them in a negative way. I honestly think that's a big issue that we got right now to where it's like fuck everything, get the bag. Get the bag, get the bag, fuck everything, get the bag. If it ain't about a bag, it ain't about like damn, you so fuck family, fuck love, fuck joy, pain, every other emotion and every other action, just money. That's bad, I think. But that's like what it is right now,
Yeah,
overall.
agree, agree. What do y'all feel addiction or no? We're not using why. Instead of asking why, we're going to say, what need do y'all feel addiction is meeting? Example, why do I vape? Because for me, I vape because of anxiety reasons. Like it calms my anxiety. It calms me, just for the moment when I got a lot going on, I vape or smoke, or that's my escape, I guess. That's my reach usually. So that would be an example. I would be the first. I'll give the first example as myself. So
So it's not the nicotine.
I mean, yeah, it is a
Oh,
nicotine.
okay. I was just wondering. I was just wondering if you was.
I
That's the
said
first
smoking
step.
though. I said
That's the first. That's the first step to it is admitting that it's nah. But
I said smoking.
I think overall, I think with most addictions, I think that the reason for it. What was the question? Was the reason for the addiction?
What need is it meeting?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. So the need that is meeting is to escape. I believe. I believe it's some type of escape. It's usually some type of a band aid. It's the addiction is a band aid, and then I believe once in certain cases, I believe that the band aid becomes like a reality. Now you got a cast on, if that makes sense. You go from a band aid to a cast.
So yeah, holding yourself back.
Yeah, you stuck in that state of, you know what I'm saying? And then don't have it to where it's one where your body get addicted to it. So now you got your mind and your body addicted to the. That's when it get bad. That's when it's real bad.
Mhm.
Mm.
What about y'all? Yeah, George.
Yeah, I think addiction is really an illusion, and I think what's going on with addiction is you're mitigating your pleasure and pain. And I think that even goes back to the phrase of like, what about getting addicted to success? Like people who are addicted to success, the misnomer there is success is like taking on a new form. It's not actually success anymore, right? Because we defined addiction as something that has negative consequences. So
Mhm.
success in and of itself can't be a series of negative consequences.
It could
Um,
though.
what I no, what it can
Hmm.
take on the shape of negative consequences, and you could be calling your negative consequences success, right? The same way how you can start acting like when you're first getting addicted to drinking, it's all successful. All the going out is successful. It's all success. You feel me? But by the time you really do the sum total and run the math on your situation, it's like okay, so you redefine success for yourself, and you ended up with this addictive personality, which in retrospect was not success. So I think another thing that happens with um a deep thing that happens in the mind with addiction is you redefine things. You will start associating bad with good and good with bad, right? And most people, when they get clean or when they get free, they always talk about how, like, yeah, I was wild and like I don't know why I was hanging. Even, and I mean, not even in a joking way. Like, you'll literally see somebody where they end up, and you'll be like, yeah, it made no sense that I was like right there with them all the time. Like, you learn that in life. Like, life isn't as random as people try to make it. Like, would it be in the making? You feel me? So if you're somebody different at 32, like you probably had to jump off about 26, 27. You feel me? Because you will always be with whoever you are in that process of becoming. You know what I'm saying? That's why we go through cycles and phases, and I think too, coming up with trauma and coming up with different environments, going back to that analogy of success, we will define certain things that have very negative consequences as things that we should be doing at that time. And I believe we're mitigating our pleasure and our pain. And then going back to the point about chaos, yes, like some people, I actually read that in a book in my early 20s that the book was really a warning. The book was saying be careful of people you meet who, it was saying FYI, some people are addicted to pain. You just got to know when you're dealing with people that that's the thing you're going to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Also, granted, to search your own heart, that may have been you. And in some ways, maybe, and I would even say maybe, I believe in a lot of ways, we all are like this, It's, you gotta think you gotta be thankful like that you're not like that in terms of some fat or something. Like you just got that in terms of your little elements that you be on, because it can, and even going through, I could go on and on, but I say I'm thinking about this mitigation between pleasure and pain. Some people have started some of the worst things that they ever did from a situation they went through, but we did not go through what they went through. So you just got to be thankful that like you didn't rely on that, and I just bring that up because I think sometimes when we get into these types of spaces, not y'all, but in the past, people tend to feel like they have all these things. I never do that. Nah, I pray I wouldn't, but y'all know what I'm saying, yo. I done seen so many people or just homies. Like I got a homie right now that's he just quit drinking, and uh now that he didn't quit, he be talking to me about how everybody that encouraged him to quit, he can tell that they never expected him to. And now that's hurting him now too.
Yeah.
And some people had gave him a few little promises and he didn't actually quit drinking and they didn't fall through. So it's like pleasure and pain, that's my 2 cents on that.
That sucks for your homeboy, but it's great that he did accomplish that for himself. But that's another, I guess, side point of like when we do decide to overcome or face, I guess, whatever addictions we have, it's important that we do it for ourselves. Because when we don't, I feel like you get into spaces like that where you're disappointed because you don't get the reaction from certain people that you were expecting. Like that sucks. He, got to feel that now he didn't reach one milestone, but he's facing that, that disappointment with people not following through. But definitely important to do things for yourself, not for anybody else, not for validation, not for nothing, because that's a different type of disappointment. People.
It's difficult.
For sure. What is
Is it? Hey, can I ask you a question though? Is it is it not possible? Just a different thought. Is it not possible that if it's that people can be a a motivation for that stopping? I think most of the time with most change, it's inspired by people. You do it for yourself, but it be really it's inspired by my thoughts is it's inspired by people. Like, and if that person helped you to become better, I would say, since we take an addiction away, which would be the negative, that person helped you to become better, then I think that's great. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just feel like it's a difference in being inspired by someone and doing something for someone. Like, I'm making this change, I'm stopping this habit, I'm quitting this thing, whatever it is, for this person,
yeah,
versus I'm inspired by this person, so I'm doing this for myself type of
yeah.
Okay,
approach.
And
so even take out the inspired and say this. I'm married. My wife wants me to stop smoking. I stopped smoking for her. You know what I'm saying? I stopped smoking because she wants me to stop smoking. Is that not great that now I don't smoke?
It is, but say hypothetically now she leave.
Then I still don't smoke. And that's better for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
I
I
think
hear,
I think I think it's just when it's expectations involved. Like when it's an expectation of a reward for doing the thing is what I think it is.
yeah. One of
That's
the
like 'cause the
one
other side could be like that same scenario. You saying, "Hey, yeah, you just stop," but somebody else's shoes in that could be like, "Dang, I stopped this and she ain't even stay." Type of
yeah,
mindset.
Right, but you stop smoking though. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm
yeah,
just
either
saying
way,
this. I'm just
the
answering
addiction,
as far as the
yeah,
perspective of it.
the addiction aspect of it is I still stop smoking.
yeah. What I see in there is the development of your attitude. And that's kind of what where the success can go wrong as far as chasing the bag. Is let's leave the terms alone for a second. It's an attitude adjustment, right? When success becomes a thing where you drowning in it and everything is decaying like a flower, you develop some type of bad attitude, right? That led to those consequences. So as far as being motivated by someone, yes, I think that's a great thing. I think that strong people lift people up, and give people a lot of courage. And I also feel what Janae is saying too. Just developing that attitude. That's what it is. You feel me? That's really what it is. Like when you gave the analogy about the lady, it's staying in the right attitude about it, right? Right. And then if you go
Hmm.
inward and do it energetically for self, it's having the right attitude about it. And somebody in the chat said, I don't know, disappointment is self inflicted and based on codependency. Um, And when read that about that disappointment, self inflicted, like, see, that's also still an attitude. So I believe that, and this is why I really put my thumb down into character, even above with like, even if we got somebody that struggles with drinking, somebody struggles with hard drugs, a sex addiction, and let's do something more softer, like a bad worldview, right? I personally think that what is parallel in all of them is the attitude that they produce, right? Because that's where the consequences come, right? Because when you're addicted and you keep justifying it and you keep going through the consequences, like this is dope, no matter what, I'm rocking with this. You develop some type of attitude about it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just like if you meet, let's just say, let's a random subject like that's not so deep. Let's say you just got some weird thoughts about yourself and you meet a melanated woman and she's like, oh, I believe I'm a earth-centered woman, earth tone, and I believe in spiritual baths, or I do this, that, and that. You feel me? That will change in her attitude about herself. You feel me? So she might come out of some things that she was doing by proxy that had a lot of negative consequences that she wouldn't even consider the word labeling with them, like on a chalkboard, that those was addictions. That's why I think the mind can be so tricky, if that makes sense. Like we see, I mean, even our last episode when we did the church did it thing, we have a lot of elements and things that come with religion to where we would have to say, based on our fundamental working definition of addiction, because of those consequences, that they are addicted to that, right? So anyway, and coming full circle, I think the key to that is a change of attitude, like about life, about nature, about women, about men, about self knowledge, what you doing. And anyway, I pass it on this. You can definitely meet somebody in your life that is just so beautiful to you. You like, you know what? Whatever it kind of take for me to make it better with them or make a safe space for them, I'll consider letting all this go. I've seen that many times. That definitely happens, and that's always a beautiful thing, to be inspired in such a way, like everything I've been practicing, I'm gonna just let it go to rock with you.
Yeah, I think that's doing something for somebody that could, like, you know what I'm saying. I think if when we doing it, when we put that, but then when this happened, it's like we we setting ourselves up to fail. It's like everything, like if everything is gonna fail, then it's gonna fail. If you think and believe that everything gonna fail, then everything is gonna fail. So what if I say, so when I'm thinking, okay, I changed this for this person, now I'm a better person for this person, kind of like what you said, G. Now I'm a better person for this person and for myself. Now what's next? Like where we going now?
Well, see,
It don't it don't have.
that remind me of what we said about success, though, and you kind of get into this working thing of like true success, true change. You know what I'm saying? Like wherever there's a true change, there ain't no going back and forth. You feel me? And some people don't like saying definitions like that. Like you meet people that kind of act like, oh, it can go either way. You never know. Like, nah, some people do heal. Some people do change their attitude. You know what I'm saying? And I just say that because it ain't no going back. Like when real healing take place, nah, you naturally just onto the. It's natural. You don't even have to have all the disclaimers and like, oh no, 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 it's just change. Just like a plant. It's just in a different season of its life, you know. And I would say in the ones that do struggle and go back and forth, they're still struggling with their attitude, state of mind, obviously.
Let's pull some comments from the chat. Tatiana said, facts, your vibration and subconscious is constantly creating your reality. Definitely true. Never say never. When I think one of y'all has said never say when people say they'll never do this or that. I don't know. Disappointment is self-inflicted and based on codependency. You have read that one, G. Kiki said people can definitely be the motivation for you to change and or stop an addiction. Yeah, change and or stop or start. Some people can be the motivation to start.
Yeah. Hell yeah, they can be a motivation to start too.
And Tatiana also said, yes, inspiration is acceptable, but not doing it for the approval or acceptance. True story. No, it's not. I think that an addiction is mental, though, and all you have to do is decide. I think we're caught up with comment. We're up to 3.3K likes, y'all.
All right.
All right.
Hey, bro
Thank
had
y'all.
said something about, have y'all ever seen The Emotional Will before?
Yeah, I have.
Where
Uh-oh. Turn your mic back on, Nevin. What did you say, Georgia?
I was
George.
asking, had y'all ever seen The Emotional Will? And I brought that up because bro brought up the emotions in the chat and suppress the feelings and emotions behind the reality we're in. And emotion suppression definitely has a lot to do with addiction. And I think the emotional will, I think oftentimes what I find with people is they don't really have working models of stuff in their head. It's broken. So when you see that, like in the spirit world, when I see a broken model, like I just can kind of pick up on it and I'm like, well, they probably never had it explained. You know, a lot of people, their emotions have been all random to them their whole life, but they actually have a way in which they make sense and you can, you know, experience them. Like, for example, the core of this will is disgusted, happy, surprised, sad, and angry, right? So these are like your essential feelings, right? And they break down. So happy will break down into optimistic, trusting, playful, content, right? Interested, proud, accepted, powerful, peaceful, which breaks down into hopeful, sensitive. And I say that to say, like, that's like the key. That's it right there. That's emotional intelligence. When you understand you have a core set of feelings, or if your shorty come in and if you find out somebody cheated on you right now, you're going to have these core set of, you probably going to go to anger and sad. And they even talk about this in ministry when you go through like the 7 stages of grief when somebody died. And I'm gonna make a long story short. Everybody, if you get a chance, check out the emotional wheel. Maybe we can have it for y'all next time. But it literally really does explain, like, when you have a mode of feeling, these are all the different things that your mind, and it's actually funny because when you read it, you be like, yeah, I do act like that. That's exactly what it is, you know. And to me, it makes me feel too just incredibly human. You know, like I don't really have all these random emotions because you know how black you not black people, but you know how we get when people get mad, they be trying to act like don't nobody understand, and it's like actually whenever anybody's angry, they go through critical thought, they get distant, they get frustrated, they get aggressive, they get bitter. That could bitterness, if you allowed it to go too long, it can end up violent. You can end up furious. You can end up enraged. But all of these are like very basic things that we are, you know. So I guess to put a proxy, I think some of addiction too is probably some form of a lack of emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? The same way how like if you know if you start off trying to be successful and you end up in a situation where you compromise yourself, yeah, you probably you got sidetracked along the way. You know, but in most of the time by how you feel, your emotions.
There we
And
go.
I land on that. Oh yeah, see, it's I love that. I love the emotional wheel. It's just a good thing to look at, to be honest. Cause people in life, they be like angry and they be trying to act like it's different messages in their anger. And they be like, nah, anger mean the same thing. like I know what you feeling, people, I just think I love stuff like the emotional wheel, bro, because it just kind of be like it just make you kind of like a grandfather, or like it make you like the great mother, the great father. You just kind of how me mom and them ain't really do nothing when you get upset. They just be sitting there like
Accept it.
you
Accept
don't
it.
calm
Already,
your
like
ass
we already
down.
know.
Or they beat you and go
Unbothered.
back to what they doing real calm. Your grandparents, they'll spank you and to get back on the phone or something. They don't care.
Unbothered.
You're
Oh
like, yeah, you
shit.
My
tripping.
grandmother will make you sit right next to her. Why you mad? Come sit right here.
Our next discussion.
Yetta ain't get to say nothing.
Go ahead, sister.
Yeah, go sis, go sis. My bad.
I know you got something to say.
I
We
think
ain't
she
gonna act
put
like you don't
something to
got some
say.
shit to say.
Anybody else want to read some of the
It's
comments?
not that I don't have nothing to say. It's that tonight ended up being family night. So it's like I got a lot going on. Got a lot of
Okay.
family in the background. So it's
Okay.
like I'm
Okay.
trying
Okay.
Well, no problem.
You sensitive, but we got you. Don't even
to.
trip. Do a lot of head
Appreciate you being
nodding.
in the building.
Exactly. That's what I've been doing.
We want to hear some Jamaican too.
So silly. One of y'all want to read out some of the comments in the chat? I think I left off at F1. So whatever is below F1.
Or the things that have happened to them. So he following up on, well, I don't know if it's a he. Addiction is mental though, and all you have to do is decide, or things that have happened to them, right? Easier said than done. Most people addicted are also dealing with something mentally, right? Right. Let me go down. Hold on. To suppress the feelings of emotions behind to suppress the feelings, and emotions behind the reality, right? And that's what I like about the emotional will. It's saying like, oh, you happy, but this is the reality of like what happy looks like. You know what I'm saying? It's peaceful, it's proud. You know what I mean? And I'm telling y'all, this is gems, guys. As a human being, you have to find a working definition of things. When we come up learning in church or even in school, we get a lot of our working definitions. They just pass to us like a baton. And it may not actually work. You have to sit back and be like, do I have a working definition of happiness or being sad or grief? Anyway, moving on. They that created it, where's the accountability of self for sure? That's what I said. Which okay, they talking to each other. Appreciate y'all going back and forth in the comments.
All
I'm in a
right.
school
All
for
right.
clinic mental health counseling and work substance abuse mentally. Yes. My former coworker ran the anger management group and would hand these out. Okay, so Yetta was saying like, yeah, this emotional will is a big thing. I'm glad that came up. So
Good job, Janae.
Yeah.
On top of it. All right. All right, host.
Just pivot, here and there. It's a great tool to help you explore your emotions, yes, and help like just to put a name to them.
Right.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the key right there. That was the jewel. What'd you say?
Put a name to it.
Let's
That's
see.
with everything. Like even when it comes to even how Nevin said, as far as like being specific with smoking, when I like when it was my little mic turn, put a name to it.
Right.
Because a lot of times we just are generic with, oh, I'm just mad, or like, no, go deeper. Why? Like, what
Yeah.
is it really?
Sure. Yep.
I feel like as soon as a person, I feel like a lot. I don't feel like I think a lot of people don't really know how to express emotions, and I learned this through therapy, to where every person would be like, I feel like this, I feel like this. So if you can't feel like anything, like either you feel this and this goes into this, which goes into that wheel that's behind you. So you feel this, you don't feel like this or like anything. You feel this emotion, and these are the things that come off of this emotion, not feel like, because now you're describing something outside of you.
Yeah.
So, are you
That's a good point.
saying?
I'm also a psychology major, just so y'all know. I'm majoring in psychology in college.
Facts.
So,
Nah, I
are
was
you
serious. I was
saying?
dead ass.
Are you saying that you don't feel like it's you can feel like are you just saying like you can't say oh you're feeling like something period per se or like you can't feel two things at once?
You can't feel like something. You feel that the feeling. You can't feel like something.
Okay.
You feel
Yeah.
angry. You don't feel like angry.
Yeah.
Like, you
I
know what
think
I'm
another
saying?
yeah. I think another way to explain it is just kind of like being an adult. Meaning your child is saying they feel like this. But we know as an adult, as they go through these feelings, that there's actually something of what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like dealing with your wife. She telling you how she feel, but you must know that there is something, right? It's not just
Whatever that is,
now
it's an
now I
actual
think
emotion
what I
to
think why Janae gave pushback is this. The way that lands with people can be very startling if you bring up a dogmatic fact like that while somebody processing their feelings. That can kind of be like, then you get into the whole thing, how you gonna tell me how I feel? But at the same time, Nev is still right. It's like, I think that's a great example of the difference between like men and women, or sometimes not.
I've been throwing the
It,
perspectives, not even that
Yeah,
it's
I ain't
one
think
way or
you was gonna
another.
push
Just
back either. I thought you were just asking.
he right.
I don't mind.
yeah,
I don't mind explaining. I got an explanation for everybody on everything. I don't mind explaining. But
Go
yeah,
ahead,
I
bro.
do
I'm
understand
sorry.
what you're saying. I do believe that is a huge difference between men and women too. Between and it's a like a factual thing and an in between the lines thing. And I
yeah,
think that's something that won't never. I think that's something that won't ever. You can't change that. That's not something you can change. That's something you got to learn to deal with.
and second, I would add to that, you need both. I think that's where the true essence of masculinity and femininity come in. These things aren't opposed to each other. So, like when
Hmm.
women try to kick out different parts of masculinity, that's at the expense of self. When men try to kick out different parts of femininity, it's the expense of self. You need to understand when one thing is said, there is a much objective end result. It has feelings and emotions. You have care once because and think about this too, guys. At the end of the day, what are we here to do? A lot of times we're here to run a family or be a part of a family. So as your brain understands this, then you can take care of people, right? You can show love. You can be there for somebody. Anyway, y'all get it. You know what I'm saying? If you
Mhm.
understand your emotional will, you could probably give somebody a hug when they need one. Or when somebody is
Recognize
if
it.
volume is too loud, you can say, "Hey, sweetheart, calm down. Come here. You
Right.
sweating. You don't know what's going on." You would never emotionally regulate no situation like that unless you actually know what's going on within that individual, and that comes from understanding your softer side and understand. Okay, they literally like, oh, they're in fear because people too have something going on and they won't act. It can be anxiety, and you as a man need to know she's in fear. You don't need to tell her she's in fear, but being that you know, going back to how Nev put that objective result, then you can support in that
Yeah.
way.
I done got real good at that. Yeah. I used to be. I think it was when I think I just learned emotions and I learned how to not more so emotional intelligence, but emotional control.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know what
like
I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah.
To where it's like, yo, I see you coming at me right now, but I know it ain't me. It gotta be something. So let's put aside how you coming and let's bring it. Just bring it in. Let's bring it here. Let's rewind some. Like let's you know what I'm saying. But
Learn to
that's
not take it
you have to
personal.
be. Yeah, you got to be. I stopped taking stuff personal, but you also got to be around people that's capable of accountability because when you bring to the attention of, okay, hold on, right now you doing this, let's let's start over, let's rewind a little bit. Without accountability, it just turned into what you said. How you gonna tell me how I feel? What you mean how I'm doing this? What you mean da 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 da? I'm like, man, listen, I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying. Then it turned into a back and forth
Mm-hmm.
over something that's meant to calm. But I think I'm getting good. Well, I can't say I have gotten good, but I'm getting good at it. I'm getting good at it to where it's like, okay, all right, hold on. You came in a little hot. I need you to let's talk about what's going on instead of how let's talk about it instead of you acting on it. Let's talk it out instead of acting on it.
Yeah.
I'm getting good at that.
Getting to the root of it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
you can.
that's a huge skill men need to possess.
I agree with that. I'm glad you said that because I definitely think that masculinity in its essence of protection is a sense of calmness, and so the Bible talks about peace like a river. So peace would be the river just being a river, right? A lack of peace would be like throwing a rock. Basically, you disrupting how the water goes. You feel me? So it's just a good allegory of like imagine raging waters, and then when you speak, you calm everything down. Like yes, like that's exactly what men do. It's a very powerful thing. Sometimes we do it, ain't gotta say nothing. There's a certain right man come around, shit just over. Like you're not fitting to do none of
Yo,
that.
that's crazy. I had that conversation with somebody. She like, yo, her friend is just this wild ass. She got a friend that's like, I hate niggas. Like bad, I hate
Yeah,
niggas. And it's like, yo, she like, I don't wanna have you around her because I don't want her to start acting like this. And I know you gonna say something because I'm always gonna say something. But I'm like, yo, I promise you that she won't act like that around me. Like that ain't the energy that I give. I don't that's why I'm a person also that don't feel like protecting peace. I don't need to protect my peace. I'ma be peace. That's what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be peace. So that
yeah,
hostility and bullshit that you got that you usually bring out, like, nah, that's not gonna happen. That ain't it just won't happen around me.
yeah.
And it didn't happen. Just so you know, we was
Word.
around each other, and that shit did not happen. Not none, no nothing. Shit just go smooth.
Yo, I
Cause
call
I
that
got it in my
meeting.
mind that it's gonna be smooth, huh?
I call that meeting your match. And I always think about that. Like if you meet a girl that's very volatile towards men and they like this and they like that, they like this. I'm like, all right, so how do you act when a great guy comes around? Obviously, there are trash people in every group. You know what I'm saying? If you meet a guy who's like, girls is this and they want to do this and they did, I'm like, so how do you act when a good woman come around? And a lot of times what I've noticed, when they meet they match, it's just completely out of there. And then from there on, he's like, I can't believe nothing you say. I can't trust nothing you
Word
say.
up,
And
word
when
up,
you when
word
you
up.
meet the opposite of how you see things, that's really when you know how you really energetically look at people. You know what I'm saying? Like we all can say, we all can be Debbie Downers, but when you meet somebody that's nice and well put together and they're not gonna yell at you, they hear you. A lot of times what happens, people get scared. They don't even can't even accept that reality
That's
that
the
like
fact.
it's
That's the
just zip.
fact.
It's just
Born to
oh now you
They
won't
be
eat.
scared.
All
They
right.
be scared. Like they I don't even know
them.
how to come. It's
I think
boring,
it's
huh?
because it's new and they don't know what to do with it if they're not used to it. So it's like, all right, yeah, even though you talk about what a good man or woman is, depending on who in the situation is, if it's your first time really experiencing it, some people don't really know what to do with it or even recognize it because they used to seeing a certain
Yeah,
way of it being.
yeah, for sure.
Yep.
For sure. I believe that fear is the exact word. Cause and you know what it's a fear of to me? That
No.
yeah, that's what it is. It's a fear like, damn, it's me.
There you
That's
go.
the fear to have to be like, damn, you know what? It's me. I'm tripping. That's the fear. And with that fear, I hope on that wheel, shame, where's shame at on that wheel? That's what come with that. I
That's
don't see it.
in shame is in
Probably fear. My guess it's not
yeah.
shown, but I feel
It
like it
doesn't
would
say
be fear.
it doesn't say shame in mine specifically that word.
It got to be in fear.
Yeah.
I feel like
Scared,
shame would
anxious,
be
insecure.
wherever guilt, or would it
Let me see what
no?
shame is.
Guilt and shame are similar.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
like. Well, guilt is right there with sad.
So I guess sad. I mean, yeah, sad could be shame could be sad, self-inflicted sadness.
Yep.
Mhm.
And some of
Speaking
them are a
of,
little bit of both.
I'm gonna say,
Hmm.
speaking of that, what do you feel like addiction has cost you? Whether personally or in general, what do you feel like it cost people?
Man, I would say, you know what I would say? Addiction, for the most part, I'm gonna speak in general, overall in general, addiction. It costs people time. That's what it costs. It costs time of going through it, time of healing from it, time of living in it, where you ain't healing and you ain't going through it. It's just a part of you, and time to get back right, and then it's gonna continue. It's gonna continue because you're gonna have to continue to fight that addiction. So time, I think time is what it costs.
Well said. Well said.
Peace. True peace. True peace. In alignment. True peace and alignment.
Yeah, I think addictions ultimately cost your true self-image. You can get a false of oneself, and you won't have your true image. And not only that, you may struggle between addiction and pleasure to where you will fear the true you now and rather have the more despondent version of yourself.
Hmm. Well said. I would say addiction costs people relationships, which y'all all said really good layers of, because they're all really great answers for sure. Time, everything. So yeah, relationships, self, and then Yetta, you said, what was your
Peace,
answer? Peace and
peace,
alignment.
and alignment.
Peace and alignment. So outside of those that already was said, relationships, your
Yeah, hey,
marriage, your
sidebar.
friendships, which is that?
Sidebar. I said sidebar. Do y'all know what, like, have y'all ever felt like actual alignment? I think right now my life is like actually aligned right now. It's a crazy feeling, yo. I promise you, it's a crazy feeling
That's a
to
good
actually feel
thing,
aligned.
though.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. Because it take a long time to get there.
I've been
Man, it
like,
ain't.
yeah, it's a great thing. You asked if we have. I've been saying that since last year. My life has been in alignment since last year. So even with the humps, bumps, it's still different. It's different. It's different.
Yeah,
Since I've been on
it's still.
course, even with the bumps, I've been different. Like I'm like, I never used to be like this before with these bumps in the road. But I know it's because I'm in alignment and I know how to maneuver and navigate things way better. And just like my toolkit is, yeah, so
It's there.
strong. Yeah, it's there and it's so strong, and I just love it. I really do. I'm enjoying constantly discovering new things about me. So yeah.
For real. Is it scary? It's scary to
It's
me.
very scary. It's scary, but
Man.
it's exciting. I've never been this scared and excited at the same damn time. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um,
I want to read
yeah,
your point.
and it's unknown, and it's so crazy. Like the unknown really used to scare me, but I'm just so like,
Ready for it.
yeah, like I'm ready. I'm just so charged up for everything. Like I am. I don't know how to explain it.
I want to read something to y'all.
Shoot.
So they kept saying in the movie, y'all seen Coach Carter? I think I brought this up before.
Yeah, I seen Coach
Love
Carter.
Coach Carter.
I
So
love
you,
that movie.
so you
Cause
remember he
I'm
kept.
hopeful. Yes, I am.
But today, take his music. So you remember they kept asking Cruz the whole movie what was his deepest fear, right?
I
And
love
so
that.
and I really do believe this holds the answer to addiction. And by the way, I found out that what I'm about to read, some lady, I forgot her name, she wrote it. Um I think it has something to do with Nelson Mandela. But anyway, he said on the basketball court when I forgot what he was doing at that moment in the scene. Um or they was thanking the coach for all that he had done for the team. And he stood up and he said, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our dark, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people don't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our lights shine, we unconsciously give other people to do the we unconsciously gives other people to do the same. As we are liberated from our fear, our presence automatically liberates others, right? I think they quoted it wrong for real. It didn't read as good as what it was, but I just wanted to mention though that it says our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate, but that we're powerful beyond measure. I just want to stick right there. Our deepest fear, right? You don't really fear. And think about this emotional wheel behind your name. Your deepest fear is not that you're inadequate in terms of your emotions in some way. Your deepest fear is that you're powerful beyond measure. And I believe this is what makes this so deep is like when you see a human kind of get into this confusion between pain and pleasure, you kind of feel like the anchor of that is something bad. But oftentimes you're just running from beauty. You're running from the more ideal you, right? Ideal, more sophisticated, more healthy. And it is true when you get into this, because of us coming up a lot of times in ways that are not full of those types of disciplines. What's crazy is the more beautiful side of you is way scarier than darkness.
For real. For real it is. For
And
real
that's
it
a
is.
major mystery of life. Like, why is the most beautiful part of me something that I
Most
fear?
danger.
It's just a crazy thought, like that our minds, and that goes back to what we said earlier. I'm gonna pass the mic. It's almost as like based upon where we are in culture right now, because I'm not gonna say everybody's born like this forever, but where we are now, our working definitions of things, our culture has us in this thing to where you have some level of acceptance for all this bad stuff, and you scared to death of the most beautiful part of your life or your family healing. It's like, I can't see that. I can't see that being right. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and anyway,
I'm
as you
telling you.
grow and you get into that uncharted territory, it's scary. Like anyway, y'all get what I'm saying. I just want to say that.
Yeah. It is scary, yeah. It's what it is uncomfortable, but it's comfortable. It's not, I take that back. It's scary, but it's comfortable. It's like Yetta said, it's exciting. But I think that the scariest part about it is, man, don't fuck this up.
Yeah.
Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. And you don't know, but at the same time, you don't know you don't know what made it. You know what I'm saying? So how you not mess it up? So I guess you just gotta, in my mind, I just gotta keep being me. No unfiltered, no mask, no makeup, no nothing, just me.
That's what
That's
I've
what
been
got
telling
me.
myself too. Like authenticity just is the key. That's another reminder. Like Canada, like you is what's doing it. So ain't no reason to shy away from it now. I just, like I said, ride these waves. Ride these waves. Ride them.
Mm-hmm. And get comfortable in them, though. Comfortable in the
I
word.
just,
Comfortable in the life.
yeah. Like, yeah, to the point you get comfortable. And I am. I really am. Yeah.
I'm happy too.
What what has addiction promised that it never actually delivered?
Mm. I'm gonna go first. No, go ahead, Yetta. Yeah, go ahead. You ain't been saying nothing. Go ahead. You got it.
Joy. Joy. Happiness. Because happiness is what it gives. And it promises it, but it's temporary. So what they're, I guess what they missing out on is real joy, because joy is something that's, it's it's ongoing versus happiness has an end date. So I'm gonna say happiness,
Joy.
definitely.
You gonna say joy?
Yeah, joy, joy,
Yeah, yeah.
happiness, both of
I'm
them,
here
both of
with you.
them.
I'm here with you. That's my mom name. That's my
Aww.
mom name. But for me, I would say it takes away what it promised. I think that, well, it didn't promise me anything. I made up what it was gonna do in my own head.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But it was relief. That's what it is. Like I made up that these things will fix it instead of mask it. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't fixed nothing. Left me high and dry, man. But I don't think it promised me. I think that's the value I put on it in my life.
I agree. I don't feel like I associated a promise with any of things that I've been addicted to in the past or present per se. But what I would say I ran to it for, or what it caused, or what I felt like it would relieve and it never did. Or one of the examples, like for me, one of my addictions, I would say was over explaining, to the point where like I couldn't help it. Like even with people saying dead smack in my face, like just stop. Like my mouth still just wanted to like get it out and explain so I could be understood. And what I feel like it never delivered was either me being understood and those moments where I was addicted to over explaining and over trying to, be understood. I don't feel like I ever got, being actually understood or that peace from thinking, okay, if I explain it well enough, or if I dot 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 blah 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 say, then we won't be here. So that would be my answer for me.
It's on you, G.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like a promise, but just building on what Janae said, I feel like that I'm gonna be honest. This may be so weird to say, but in some ways, I had got addicted to family, and being a certain type of family and doing things a certain type of way. And in my particular journey, I don't know why yet. This is still an open case, but for some reason, I've been having to learn this lesson of it's coming in two ways. It's not really done, but it's almost like it makes me feel like how can I put it? It's like So I've ran into some consequences from trying to have a family, some diabolical consequences, more than once. Um, so with our working definition of addiction, it does apply. And so in some ways you think like, how could be a family? I mean, but also it could also be wrong timing. It could be, you know, all these other elements. So what I'm trying to say is like, I've been having to learn to release, like, I think a good way to put it is like, let the universe bring it exactly how it needs to come, and release my kind of, maybe, I wouldn't say I was trying to control it, but at the same time, maybe isn't that what we all say when we are talking about some addict? Like, you feel me? Like, so it's weird talking about family because I never heard it spent this way, but I see in myself through everybody's eyes. It's like you can have the same conversation with somebody else, and when they get to this part, they try to spin it. So I'm trying not to spin it because I did, like I said, with our working definition, I had some consequences. So for me as a man, I've been having to learn really just the depths of being a man, the depths of grief, the depths of sorrow. I've also seen how I'm able to be there for people in different ways. And I feel like just life and nature and the spirit of a great mother is preparing me for something great. That's how I feel. And I did have to learn, and I've had to learn since I was 16. For some reason, spirit wants me to learn how to let things go in this certain way. And it's actually been crazy. And I have learned to let it go though. I really have. I really have. And I'm thankful for that. I don't know. Maybe it adds something to my character that everybody else needs. Um but I do know, I'm saying I let it go, but it's not even that. It's just the thing that if I had kept whatever it was, I would have stayed in those series of consequences, which we are saying as I work a definition is me being addicted to the situation.
Yeah.
So praise nature for that, you know, to just, you know, nature grows you up. Life just grows, has a way of growing you up. And I think as you tune into yourself and accept your grief and your pain, and even to Nev's point earlier about being motivated by other people, I am very much motivated by community and by my people. Like, prime example, this guy came into my store the other day, and you know, I feel people energetically. I said, "What's up, bro?" I don't know this dude from a can of paint. I said, "What's up?" He said, "I'm doing all right, man." And so he had dreads, whatever. He from the team. So I said, "What's going on?" He said, "My grandma just died." The spirit of God spoke. I just spoke to him, bro. I straight told him like 2 seconds. I said, "Well, lean into that." And he just almost started crying. He backed up. And I said, "Lean into that." I said, "She's gone. Energetically, you have to hold space for her and understand that this is what a part of makes you strong. This is what this moment right here that you're getting from your grandma being gone is what people get from you. So lean into that." He just looked at me crazy, and he thanked me like 12 times going out to the parking lot. And I seen him walk off. I just say that to say, I can only say something like that because of how much pain I've been through and how much death and calamity and loss I've experienced. So nature's the great mother got a crazy way of doing things, and we better be on the side of seeing the beauty of it instead of like
Right.
y'all heard the quote, like, cause she got some stuff planned that is just like, I'm not even gonna really put words to it because that's kind of the whole point, right? That's why we saying it's scary. I don't know what's next. I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
prepared. I don't we
Yeah.
just but what we do know, we're not gonna deal with the great mother in a way where preferably where we have all these negative consequences, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
want it to be a uptrend, not a downtrend.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say. That's the fairest way I got it, because I ain't done. I'm a work in progress. I don't
It's
know.
all that, and all of that come from your mindset, man. It's all everything. Everything is about mindset, man. If you can overthink bad, you can overthink good.
I love that.
That's it. Like that. If you can overthink bad, you can overthink good. And if you overthink good, ain't too much bad that can happen because you can find the lesson
And
in
everything.
anything. And if you learn and it ain't bad.
I share who.
Anybody in the chat want to come up and give a spiel on any of the questions up to this point? or if you want to answer our current question, please drop a wave in the chat. I'm gonna give a couple seconds to see if y'all want to come up on
And thank
camera
y'all.
or off. You don't have to have your camera on if you don't want to. You can just come up and share your spill if you want to.
We have 5K likes. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for that.
Any last 2 cents or anything y'all want to add in the chat? Let me know. Who's the great mother? Latrice asks. Who's the great mother?
Earth.
That's a great question. That's a great question. Do you
Mother.
really want to know the answer?
He got a long one. I've seen it.
You gotta ask it again. Say please. Nah.
Who's the great
I had to
mother?
start choking. I was about to say some funny shit.
No, I'm jokingly say please because it's something that people still argue about. It's not the great mother is so beautiful. She's not something to always just say what she is. That's where we went wrong. People don't understand that. This whole, oh God, and this, that probably you keep talking about it. You keep talking about it and putting words on it. Some things are very sacred and divine. But to give a simple analogy, the great mother is simply a melanated way of addressing the universe, right? The word matrix is actually, the etymology of matrix is womb. So the universe is a womb, right? And the great mother is the archetype of how things are birthed into existence, right? So it's like, so the great mother is a answer, like 1 + 1 = 2. So how did things come to be? How did they come into being? Equals the great mother, right? That's just one way. We can go on and on and on, but that's just one. The woman that birthed the spirit, the essence that birthed everything.
Yeah,
The
the
great mother.
creation. That's what I took it as. Creation. The
And
great
to be
mother is
even more,
creation.
specific, the great mother is how indigenous and aboriginal people referred to their cosmology. They weren't, when we were back 40,000 years ago, when we were left to our own devices and understandings of nature and our women, we was definitely not using the way they looked at stuff today. But great mother is actually something that was global. A lot of people don't know that, but great mother is a global understanding of nature. That's it. Hopefully that helps.
You got that, Latrice?
You got
That
it.
broke it down for you. Creator, you and her and her.
And she got different names too, but we ain't gonna leave all that out. You're welcome. You're welcome. Love from the great mother, love.
Mhm.
What healthier things have helped overcome addictions, would y'all say?
What healthier things?
Yeah.
For me, people.
Yeah.
People, man. It's always been because when I like even when and I understand that doing it for yourself is a thing that works for you and I respect that 100%. But for me, I got the addiction for myself. Doing it for myself is the addiction. You know what I'm saying? Like people. It's always been people, good people, or sometimes bad people. But it's always the influence of people.
Anybody else?
I would say the question again, but I would say people. I think let's say it one more time. What
What
helps you?
healthier things have helped?
I mean, health itself. I'm real big on being spiritually fit, mentally fit, and physically fit. So even physical fitness helps that. It's mind, body, soul, and spirit. Even back to emotional will. You have all of these. The self has all of these different elements to it, and your job here on planet Earth is to take care of yourself and to present yourself to other people. Right? That's what makes a strong family. When you raise your kids, right, you helping them raise up a self, right, and their mind, body, soul, and spirit. So self itself and all of the different things that make us who we are, they help. And I even say this, I noticed this with addiction too, and this is real crazy, but not crazy. When you will see certain levels of addiction, you ever notice certain levels of hygiene usually go? It's like when people start getting addicted, they can never keep it all together. There's certain elements that start getting left out. So what is anti-addiction? Anti-addiction is when you keep all those elements together. You feel me? It's but so y'all know what I'm saying. It's even the cleanest type of person. They hold that's really what happens with a lot of quote unquote fame, people with fame and stars, you know what I'm saying? They have enough money to where they can look like everything in their lives together. And that's why they kind of crash out a little bit harder because or they end up with unaliving themselves because the lines is blurred. But anyway, we talking about what makes it healthy. Yeah, I believe the body and definitely friends as well, community, and really just seeking out proper relationships to things because based on our like I said, our working definition, we get lost and we'll start defining things a whole nother way.
For me, I would add exercise. Anytime that I've faced or been like currently in a season of trying to stop a bad habit or addiction, exercise, journaling, yoga, it
Peace.
gives me a healthy distraction to not think about. I mean, outside of for sure good community, good support system, good village to hold you accountable. But personally, I say exercise, yoga, journaling.
So,
Mhm.
definitely journaling. I ran the journaling group at my old job, at one of my old jobs, and that was just amazing. Um, so definitely journaling and dance, movement. It doesn't matter, and it was so crazy. I had so many, I ran a dance group too, and just having so many of those men be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in the dance group." So even for them,
That's
starting to
dope.
understand how movement in general, just movement, is such a it's a thing. It's a thing. Just the releasing of those toxins, getting that out, your body needs movement, you know? It needs it. It needs it. There's so many things that we keep locked in our bodies that could easily just be solved by movement.
Hell yeah. At the top
Just
of the tier.
easily solved by movement. Painting. Painting is another great way of like releasing things. I know for me, it's something that I do that's just therapeutic anyway for my brain, to just allow the creatives just to flow for me, you know? And of course, community, like definitely community. One of the things that, we championed at that particular site is like helping the clients stick together, learning, having that big brother, big sister, that person that you can lean on, the peer recovery specialists, having them on the team, people who actually went through this process and them being able to use their life story to help, you know? So, yeah.
At the top of the year, for me, I started back doing that. Like January, February, anytime I would get mad or I would recognize my heart space like beating real fast or my breath pattern just kind of like losing it, I
Mm-hmm.
would legit go to a room or a space. I would turn some music on and like set an alarm and just dance and just move. Like
Girl, that
get
is
it
like
on.
my
Like I feel
thing.
it.
It's
I
like
would feel
such
like
a
so rejuvenated.
good girl. The other day, I just even posted me just random, like in the house going
Mhm.
crazy, and I was like, man, maybe I might start doing that again, like throwing on my lives, or me just randomly just busting a dance, because I used to just do that on Saturdays, and everybody would be like, oh, this used to be like my Saturday thing, but I can't do it sometimes. I don't know. It's weird. I teeter, like I go back and forth with this camera thing and like social media. Like I go back and forth with this having visibility and not, because I kind of like my life private.
Me too.
I like my life private.
Overly
I like
private.
yes.
Overly
I like people not knowing what I got going on. I just love it. Like it gives nice mystery. Like yeah. Every time I'm around, like, oh Kiana, what you got going on? Nothing. I got life
private.
going on. I got life going on. That's what I got going on. Like also yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. I think those are all of our discussion questions.
Really?
Like we
Is that
got
so
we've
many?
touched on a whole lot. I don't want to like ask anything
Oh,
we
okay.
didn't kind of already touched on.
Right.
The
All
examples.
right.
I'm
I'm
looking
coming.
at the flow. I'm looking at the flow.
I'm coming,
So
y'all.
overall,
They already calling me.
yeah, good time. Good
Okay.
time.
They
All
like,
right.
Overall, we addicted. We addicted for why are we addicted to stuff? For an escape, for
mm.
mental, all that to me, all of that. I think everything that all of y'all said, I agree with. I will sum all of that up in an escape. Even the pain and the pleasure
Mm-hmm.
and all of that
Mm-hmm.
is an escape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with everything that was said today.
Me too. I love y'all.
Me too.
I love
Great
y'all.
Y'all
build.
share so
Well,
much. Yes, George and Evan,
so is that
y'all been
concluding our
sharing.
episode? I mean, like I said, I'm looking at the flow. We got it's other stuff on there, but I feel like we didn't touched a little bit on everything. Like
Everything.
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
the time
thank
to
you,
go.
KLNS.
Thank you, KL.
Kiki.
Yes.
thanks to everybody for tuning
Thank you,
Yes.
in.
Babalao.
Yes.
Thank
All of y'all
y'all for
that
the
tuned in.
5.1K.
Yes, we appreciate it.
Hey, Babalao, that's my friend. He in Nigeria, so we in Nigeria right now.
All
Okay, okay,
right, all
Thank
Nigeria.
you
right.
for
I
tuning
ain't know
in.
how to
Come
say his
through,
name.
international,
I wasn't even gonna try to say your name, but peace to
international.
Babalawo. Did I
Yep.
say it right?
say the
Babalawo,
last one. Say the last one.
babalawo.
Thanks
Babalao.
everyone for
Yes.
tuning in this Tuesday. You're gonna be able to go and meddle with your fam in a
And
minute, so we
talking
have to wrap it
talking
up.
patois.
Thank you for being here, Yoda.
Thank you.
Don't do me
appreciate
like that. Don't do me.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
appreciate everybody for tuning in and carving out a little time on
Yes.
y'all Tuesday. We will be
Oh
right here
yes.
next week at 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern. I'm Jada Goat.
I'm Mac.
I'm Yetta, Beyond the Mold.
Yeah, I'm G Taylor, George Taylor. Let's go.
And together we are
Four
The
corners.
Four
Four
Corners
Corners.
Podcast.
So y'all have an amazing Tuesday. Make sure y'all follow everybody on the panel. The full YouTube video will be uploaded tomorrow.
And
Feel
Latrice is
free.
my mom, by the way, too, y'all.
Oh,
Ah,
Miss
mama, how you doing,
Latrice.
mama?
Why you ain't say that when she first
See,
came in on the
I had
scene?
to go to her page when she asked about the great mother. I didn't know that was my mom. I thought that was somebody random.
Oh, well, hello,
thanks
Miss
for joining
Taylor.
in. Right, look at how you was going in. You
Right.
need to
Thanks
be
for
more
tuning
careful,
in.
Mom. You was come on, throw some little signs up in there, like
Right.
come on, like.
I was on here cussing and stuff.
Uh,
Oh man.
Man, that
I'm
is
glad she ain't
funny.
tuned in last week.
No, she be watching. She be
Thank you
watching.
for tuning in. That is funny. Y'all have a good Tuesday.
You
Good
All right,
too.
night,
y'all.
y'all.
All
Peace.
right, peace.
Later.